Welcome guys, I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel Tech Cookie. Friends, if you want to be a professional coder, if you want to have immense knowledge in coding, if you want to be a better coder, if you want to write code better, please go through my channel. Please go through my videos. You will be satisfied by these teachings and you will be satisfied. Please go through my channel Tech Cookie and press the subscribe button. You will be notified whenever I post a video. Friends, in the future coming videos, I will be teaching you JavaFX, Python, HTML animations, CSS animations, and I will be teaching you how to animate using Python language, all these things. Please go through my channel, and if you like this video, don't forget to post a comment in the comment section and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. It is getting late. Let's get started our video. Yep guys, now to use a Python program, the Sublime Text Editor. Before comparing the Python program, we have to save it first. So go to File, take a new file there and save it. Save. Give it a name. I'm giving my name Dennis. Before we giving the name, we have to think that give it an extension. So I'm giving my name as Dennis is a name and giving an extension .py. If we give .py as an extension, it will create a Python file here. So I'm giving an extension as .py in the Sublime Text Editor. It converts the editor into the Python compiler. So when I give it the editor as .py extension, the editor become as a Python compiler. We can see that it is a Python name here, right corner. So the editor become as a Python compiler. So next what we have to do is think about how to print a sentence, how to print a somewhat syntax in the compiler. In the daily life we are using the C and Java languages. In that we just use a print statement as print ln, giving a bracket here, and code as somewhat code, and give a semicolon at the end. This is what the style of the code in Java and C languages. But in Python language, we doesn't use a semicolons, we doesn't use commas, we doesn't use full stops. We just give a code. We just print the code as giving the name as a print and somewhat code in the text as a text between the brackets, and just compile it. This is the user-friendly language. This is a high-level programming language we're using here, so that we can make more codes by using the simple syntaxes. The main advantage of Python is it is user-friendly. It is easily understandable by the users or the basic beginners. But the main problem of the Python language is it is it is basically more punctual. We just use more space. If you just use tabs there, it will create errors. So be punctual to the Python program. Be concentrate while writing a code for the Python. So we just start a program. So print a name there. I'm giving the name as print, some brackets, and giving the code there between the two quotation marks. So between the two quotation marks, I'm giving my name as a text. So now I have to print the code. So people see we doesn't see any console here. We cannot print the code. If you print the code, we cannot see it. So go to find. If you want to find the console, find results and show control results panel. Right here we found that and save the program before compiling it. Control S and then print Control B. Yep, see, Dennis is printed here. We can use any this is the main basic program of Python to print any syntaxes or any sentences. We can give any code here, save the program and compile it. Control B is the key to compile. So we just compiling it using Control B. Friends, we have in Python we have some data types, some arithmetic operators, some bitwise operators. These operators we are seeing in the Python. So let's get started with the Python tutorial by starting with the data types. In Python we're basically using three types of data types mainly. Those data types are strings, boolean data types, and int data types. Please be noted these: print, string data type, boolean data type, and int data type. So we're using Sublime Text Editor doesn't allow to see to the working of the data types. Sublime text editor doesn't allow these type of data types to be used. I'm not saying that we cannot use data types in Sublime text editor, but we cannot see the preferences. We cannot enjoy the preference of data types in the Sublime text editor. I'm going to show you how we can understand now. We can use command prompt in order to compile a Python program instead of Sublime text editor. I just open the command prompt. In order to use Python in the command prompt, first we have to type as Python there. Python. Yes, the command prompt opens the Python program, and we can see 3 arrow marks here left side of the corner. It is what the Python editor is opened here. So next what we have to do is just compile the program and press enter. Just write the code and press enter. The Python program will be executed here. So first I want to show you one data type as int data type. So if you want to see int data type, type as type and place an integer there. I'm using 20. Close the bracket and press enter. It shows class int. It is showed that class as int. Int means we just passed an integer there. It shows as an int. So in type here and put any code there and press enter. Sorry, quotation marks should isn't here. Quotations, tennis, quotations, bracket. Let's see class string. From this we can understand that Python compiler has 3 types of data types. First one is int, second one is string. We passed a string there, it shows class string. We passed an integer there, it shows class int. Next, third one is a boolean function. Type and give a boolean function there. I'm giving true now. Close the bracket and press enter. So class boolean. What is the difference between the command prompt and the Sublime text editor is it doesn't show us how we can define data types. We can use data types in Sublime, but we cannot define how it works. So we have came through data types string, integer and boolean. Somewhat exciting code we have trying now. If we want to clear the screen of command prompt in Python, what we have to do? We're using Python, we're using just clear, it doesn't work. If we use CLS brackets, it doesn't work. There is a availability in Python to clear the command prompt screen. We have 3 types of codes there. It will be combinedly coded. So I will give the code, you can trust here. Import OS, press enter. Clear is equal to lambda colon OS dot system in the bracket CLS close bracket, press enter. Hit here clear. By this code we can clear the command prompt. Use this code many more times that you can be memorized, so that you can use whenever you use a compile or whenever you use a Python code in order to compile it in the command prompt. So let's get started on next position of the video. In Python we have somewhat many arithmetic operators, so try to use them. I will show you. Do you know that arithmetic operators are somewhat types are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All these things we use in Python. So let's add some numbers to see the arithmetic operators. Print 6 plus 5. Save it and run it. It shows 11. It just shows 11. We doesn't need many more things to compile it. If you think, use variables here. Print a plus b and assign a value for a 5 and assign a value for b. We doesn't need any colons over there to compile the program. We just assign the values and then we can compile it. This is the main advantage of Python program. So save it and run it. It gives 11. So if you want to see a subtraction operation, save it, run it. It gives a subtraction operation. If you want to see multiplication operations, save it and run it. It gives the operation. So this is the main part of the program. Just see clearly here. If you want to divide two numbers, just give a slash here save it and run it. The main point is we are using a floating number here. The number, if we divide 5 by 6, it gives somewhat number like a floating number here. If we divide 6 by 6, it doesn't give float because it is a divisible by itself. So if we give a number which gives a float number, it gives a floating number here 0.8333. If you want just a single number, not like a floating point here, we just need a number like 2, 3, 4 like that. It doesn't need any floating number. What we have to do is, let's see here, 10 by 3, what will it give? 3.33335. But I doesn't need any floating numbers like that. I just need a number, approximate number, just 4, 5, 3, so that we can use this type of operator, give 2 slashes at any division point. So save it and run it. This is what it gives. It decreases the floating point to the least nearest number. So if we take out the semicolon here and save it and run it, it gives the floating point. If it doesn't want a floating point, give two slashes, save it and run it. It gives the least nearest number. And arithmetic operators are completed here. In the arithmetic operators we used addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let's jump to the bitwise operators. Bitwise operators are somewhat similar to these. It doesn't need any actions. So if I want to left shift any number, so I want to left shift 10 3 times, means see here, I want to left shift 10 for 3 times. What will be the output? Save 80. People just listen here, commenting here and giving you code. What is the binary number of 10? 1010, right? What is the binary number of 3? 0010. Sorry, 11. Well, when we try to left shift any number, the right side of the number it gives as zeros. When we try to right shift any number, the left side of the number will give zeros. So I will show you. The binary equivalent of 10 is 1010. I am shifting 10, left shifting 10 for 3 times, then 3 zeros will be added to its right side. If I left shift the 10 for 2 times, it will add 2 zeros to its right. So save it and compile it. It is 40. Why we get 40? The binary equivalent of 101000 is 40, right? If we left shift for 3 times, the output will be 80. This means 10, the right side of the 10 will be 3 zeros will be added. So 1, 2, 3. So the equivalent of 80 will be this 1010000. This will be the bitwise operation of right shifting it. Let's do an AND operation here, ampersand here, and save it and run it. It gives 2. This means we are doing an AND operation between 10 and 3. The binary equivalent of 10 will be 1010, right? And the binary equivalent of 3 will be 0011. If we perform AND operation between these two, the output will be the 2. How can we get? Just see here. You know that truth table of AND, I think so. So if there any 0 between 2 operations, the output will be 0 in the AND operation. So 0. If there any positive number, if there will be 2 positive numbers in any operation, the output will be positive. If there is any 2 or 1 negative operation, negative value in the truth table, the output will be negative, as same as like that. So the AND operation between 10 and 3 will be, the output will be 2. I think you got the answer. Now we perform OR operation, right? Save and run it, right? The output will be 11. How can we get the output will be 11? Yes, the binary equivalent of 10 will be 1010 and the binary equivalent of 3 will be 00 and 11. AND operation is like multiplication between two numbers. If this is an AND operation, multiply 1 with 0, what would be the output? If this is an AND operation, multiply 1 with 0, the output will be 0. If you multiply 1 with 1, what will we get? The output will be 1. If you multiply 0 with 0, output will be 0, and if you multiply 0 with 1, output will be 0. That's why in an operation we get this code, and this is equivalent to 2. In this operation, in the OR operation, we are using not using multiplication, but we are using addition operation. You know that the truth. I think you know the truth table of OR operation. You can get this easily. We're performing OR operation between these two, right? Here, if we plus 0 and 1, what will be the output? Yes, it will be 1. If you add 1 and 1, what will be that? 1. If you add 0 and 0, what will be it? 0. And if you add 1 and 0, the output will be 1. This is how we get 11 here. The binary equivalent of 11 will be 1011. I think you got it. Friends, from now we have just came through arithmetic operators and bitwise operators. Now we are coming to the string manipulation. String manipulation is nothing but giving us a string and finding its length. Giving a string as an input and finding its length in the output. So I'm giving a string. So I'm giving a variable here and assigning a string to it. I'm assigning a string to a variable. Okay, v is a variable and the Dennis is a string I have assigned to it. Next, print v. Save it and run it. What will be the output? I have give the string to the variable as Dennis. Dennis is a string I have assigned to the variable v and I have printed v, and the output what we get is Dennis, the string. Now how many letters are there in Dennis? Let's just count it. 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have 6 letters in the string. So now I want to print how many letters are there in the string. So take another variable as a, the function is length. Length means len. It shows the function of length will be, the code for the length will be len, and put your variable here, right, and then print a, right. So we have assigned a string named Dennis to variable v, and then we assigned v to a as a length. So save it and run it. Yeah, number 6. We have 6 letters in Dennis. We printed the 6 letters in Dennis using length variable. In these cases, we have just used length variable to find how many letters or what is the length of a string. This is how we get the output in the string manipulation. Now I'm going to another class of or Python compilation. All of you know that we are familiar with if-else statements. I just give a simple example. People remember this. This is only a basic beginner tutorial for Python. In the future videos, in the coming up videos, I will be going to create Python animations, Python graphics, Python web pages. So please people be subscribed to this channel so that you can get more stuff, how to be a professional coder, how to be a professional programmer. Be stay tuned so that we can have many more coding classes. You can get these coding classes, you can get this code from my blog. I will give it in the description so that you may program for your own. So let's get started. I'm giving a as 10 and b as 20. If I'm using if statement here, a is less than b, give a colon here, print tech cookie. right? Save it and run it. Yeah, A is greater than B, so print tech cookie. The code is print as tech cookie. How we can print if statement, how we can perform if statement in Python. Just see, I have given assigned 10 to A and 20 to B. In if statement, we doesn't require any brackets. We doesn't require any see flower brackets here. It doesn't require any of those in Python. It's a user friendly language and it is a punctual too. We just give an if statement here and I will give a condition here and just a semicolon here, sorry, a colon here, so that we can print a code. And now I will print an error here. See closely, saving it, running it. We doesn't get any output and an error expected here, expanded and intended block. Why we get this error here? It is nothing but, I said before that Python is a punctual language. It should be a punctual. It should be punctual. So we doesn't provide any tabs, we doesn't provide any space bars, or doesn't leave any spaces, so that we cannot get errors. So what I have done is I removed space between the print statement. So I just backspaced here and saved and run the code. What I expected is expected in a block. The error comes up here. So place the print statement in its place. We have seeing a, I'm zooming it, not this much. Yeah, we're seeing a mark here, a line here, so that place the code here only, so that we can have, it doesn't have an error. Save it and run it here. So tech cookie is printed here, right? If A will be 30, save and run it, nothing will be printed, because I wanted to print a tech cookie as an output when A is greater than B. So A is less than B, while here A is bigger than B, is greater than B, so it doesn't print anything. So here you use else statement. So else, semicolon here, and print cookie tech. Save it and run it. Yes, A is greater than B, so cookie tech is printed here. This is how we use if else statements here, right? For loop. Now we are dealing with for loops, right? For loop is not quite, it is a vastly different from our Java and C languages. In C language, how we define for loop, and in Java language, how we define for loop. Just have a look over there. For, a bracket over there, and a variable I is equal to 0, a colon, I is less than 10, semicolon, I plus plus. This is how we use for loop in Java and C languages, so that the loop will turn till I is equal to 10 or I is greater than 10. In C and Java we use these type of for loops, but in Python we doesn't use these type of for loops. In Python we use for loop like this. Place a for here and press enter. We redirect to the for loop and just remove x here, place an I, right, and remove x here, print I, save it and run it. Yes, we got the output here. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. This means when I is in the range of 1 to 10 means when I is equal to 0, print numbers from 1 to 10, between numbers print. This means print the numbers between 1 and 10 for I. So in for loop we can get these type of answers. This means, I am telling once again, for I in range of 1 to 10, when I is in between 1 to 10, print these numbers. So when I is in the range of 1 to 10, it prints the letters from 1 to 9. If we place a number here and placing 2 here. What will be done? Save and run it. This means when I in the range of 1 to 10, give space for every 2 numbers. So it places 1, it skips 2, places 3, it skips 4. If we place 3 here, it skips 2 numbers for every time. 1, it skips 2, 3 and 5. 4, 6, 7 and 8. Like this we can get for loop here. Yes. Let's print a multiplication table using for loop. Right. Dennis is equal to 20, right? Place a for loop. I doesn't like x, so I am removing x and placing a I here, right? And print. I'm just printing a multiplication table for 20, so I'm using this I, comma, in the braces, place in asteroid, comma, Dennis, comma, equal to, place in equal to between the quotes, comma, I into Dennis. Let's see what will happen. See, I have printed a multiplication table using for loop here. Now I'll explain the code for you. At first I have assigned a number to my variable Dennis. I have assigned 20 to variable Dennis and I want to print I in range of 1 to 10. So I want to print a multiplication table from 1 to 10 in the range from 1 to 10. So give my I value here. What is I value? At first it will be 1, right? And asteroid symbol and Dennis. What is Dennis? It is 20. And placed is equal to here. And I want to print I into Dennis. First time the I value will be 1 and it will multiplied with Dennis means 20. The output will be 20. Next. And the second time the loop rotated and the 1 become 2 and it is multiplied with 20, the output will be 40. And the third time loop turned again and it will become 3, I will become 3, it is multiplied with 20, the output will be 60. This is how we can print a multiplication table using for loop. This is how, guys, this is for today. In the next tutorials I will be here giving somewhat basics here. In the next video I will clear all your basics, and from that video and the next again video I will be doing somewhat Python animations and Python graphics here. Please do subscribe my channel, please be stay tuned, and if you want any suggestions or any codes, please drop a comment in the comment section or mail me. I'll give you a reply. I will be presenting my mail in the description link. Or if you want any code, please visit my blog. I also place my link of my blog in the description link. So please be stay tuned, subscribe my channel. Thank you. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp. Thank you.